Hi everyone, I'm Jody of Lambent Crochet, and for this tutorial I'll be using Loops and Threads Impeccable Yarn. It's a category 4 medium weight yarn, and I'll be pairing it with its corresponding crochet hook, an H 5mm hook. If you are newer to crochet, I do recommend that you work with a yarn no lighter than a category 4 medium weight and its corresponding crochet hook. So working in the round is a very commonly used crochet technique. You can find this technique used when making amigurumi, which are crochet toys. It can be found in beanies and hats, squares, motifs, and garments. So you can begin working in the round by either creating a magic ring, also known as a magic circle or magic loop, or by crocheting a series of chains and then joining the first and last with a slip stitch to create a ring. And that is what I'll be showing you for this tutorial. However, if you would like to learn how to crochet the magic ring, please pop over and check out my other tutorials where you'll find a step-by-step breakdown of the magic ring. I'll post the link below in the description box. Okay, so let's get to it. So for this stitch tutorial, I'll be working up a swatch of 20 stitches. So I'm just going to quickly do my slip knot and work up my 20 chains. Feel free to do as many chains as you would like, but take note that the amount of chains that you're going to be working are the amount of stitches that you will have in your round. Okay, so I finished my chain of 20. Now I need to make sure that I don't have any twists or turns in my chain, so you don't want it looking anything like this. You want to make sure the stitches are all nice and smooth and all the V's are facing you. Then I'm going to locate the very first chain that I made, which is next to the knot, and insert my hook. Now I'm going to be joining the first and last chains together with a slip stitch. So I'm going to take my working yarn over, pull up a loop, and then pull that loop through the loop on my hook. Now my chain forms a ring so we can begin working in the round. Now for this tutorial, I'll be using the double crochet stitch. If you're unfamiliar with how to make a double crochet, you can find that tutorial in my previous videos. I'll have the link posted in the description box below. So to begin, I need to start with a chain of 3, because that's going to match the height of my double crochet stitch. Now the starting chain is not going to count as the first double crochet, so it's not counted as a stitch. So we're going to be working in the same stitch that the starting chain is coming out of. So it's located just at the very bottom of the first chain made of the starting chain. So we're going to yarn over and insert our hook. Grab the yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through the remaining 2 loops. So there is our first stitch, our first double crochet of the round. And now we're going to go ahead and make a double crochet in every single chain. So I'm going to quickly whip through this, and I will meet you back when I'm making my very last double crochet. Okay, so let's work the very last double crochet of the round. Now I always recommend double checking your stitch count before you join your stitches together. So the easiest way to do this is by starting at the last stitch you made and counting back to the front. Okay, so once you've confirmed the amount of stitches and your stitch count is good, we're going to join to the very first stitch of the round. So remember that the starting chain does not count as a double crochet. So go to the very first stitch, which is next to the starting chain, and insert your hook underneath the 2 loops of that stitch. Then you're going to yarn over and pull up a loop, then pull that loop through the loop on your hook. Now you just completed your first round by closing off and joining with a slip stitch. So to begin round 2, we're going to do our starting chain of 3, and remember that the starting chain does not count as your first stitch. Then make your first double crochet in the same stitch as the starting chain, and then continue to make a double crochet in every stitch of the round. So I'm going to go ahead and whip through this section, and I'll meet you back when I'm finished making all my double crochets to show you once more how we're going to join our round with a slip stitch. Okay, so I just finished completing the last double crochet of the round. So we're going to skip over the starting chain of 3 to locate the very first stitch. Now take your hook and insert underneath the 2 loops of the stitch. Grab the yarn and pull up a loop, Then pull that loop through the loop on your hook. Now you've completed the round and closed off with a slip stitch. If you would like to continue practicing, go ahead and repeat these steps to work as many rounds as you'd like. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if so, please give me a like and share some love in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell button so you'll always be notified when I have a new video uploaded. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook, so pop on over, give me a like and a follow, and you can tag me in all of your crochet-related posts where you learned a new technique or pattern from watching these tutorials. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you real soon.